Gentlemen, it is all about expansion. Hello, Marity Bear, and congratulations. Let me tell it to you directly. I read your message on when was it? Friday? Congratulations, my dear. I'm just about to do just a quick share. I want to remind you all, it really and truly is all about expansion. Your expansion, my expansion. Nothing, no thing is going to happen if you do not step out of the box. If you do not take the next step, nothing is going to happen, and you are going to simply stay where you are, in your mess, stuck supposedly, blaming other people, worst of all, blaming yourself for what you can easily change. You simply have to take the risk. You set your intention. You know that you are unhappy being where you are. You set your intention and you take a step. Nothing is perfect, because hear what? You are already imperfectly perfect. Isn't it written somewhere in the Bible that we were made in God's image? I'm not too sure I believe that, but the point is, because a man wrote that, a human being wrote that. And let me remind you all of something as well. It is human beings who created God in their image, because nobody knows what God looks like. Okay? Just to clarify that. Just to clarify that. Take the step. If you are unhappy where you are, decide what you want. Write it down. Make a list. Set an intention. And then just take a step. Just take a step. That is all that is required to take a step. You do not know what is going to happen when you take a step, except one thing is certain: you will no longer be in exactly the same place where you were. And most importantly, when you take a step, you are actually telling the universe, hey, I am ready to take action on my behalf. And the universe, infinite intelligence, God, cosmic energy, Allah, Buddha, whatever name you give it, is going to match you. And every time you take a step, not only are you going to be matched by the universe, because you will, the more steps you take, one at a time, is the more momentum you will create. The more your energy field will expand in that positive realm. What then is going to happen? Synchronicity, which will be the universe putting another stepping stone in front of you and telling you, confirming, you're doing a good job. Here's confirmation. Here's another step, or here's another 10 steps. That is the expansion. That's beautiful, Marity Bear. That is the expansion that I am talking about, ladies and gentlemen, but I focus on my ladies. Okay? That is the expansion I'm talking about. You have to take a step. No one knows what is around the bend in the river. However, You have to go with the flow. When things are very difficult, you need to look and observe and be truthful with yourself and decide if you are going uphill, pushing a boulder uphill, or if you want to go downstream. When you are going downstream, you are always in the flow. Always. Things are going to put themselves in your way to assist you and support you. The support of the universe is going to become exponential the more steps you take. You will begin to see signs, not just synchronicities. You'll begin to see symbols. People are going to approach you just like this, because pushing the boulder uphill means that you are in victim mode and everything is happening to you. That is where you do not want to be. You need to step out of that. I repeat, it is all about expansion. In order to expand, you have to move. You have to make the shift. You cannot stay in your shit. You have to take a step. And guess what? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't matter what step you take, as long as you take a step and you have the intention in your mind of what you want. And the only way to get that clear, I repeat, is to make a list of what you desire. You can only start from where you are. You can only do as much as you know. You cannot do what you don't know. And that's all. Magic. As I am experiencing, magic starts to happen. That's right, Marie. There is no, it's scary, but it's not real fear, you know. Let me explain this. It feels, it's a feeling. It's only a feeling. Hello, Pooja. It is only a feeling, because it is say that feeling of scared, the fear, that is simply an indicator to tell you that you have hit a boundary and you are about to step over. Are you sure you want to do that? Do you really want to do that? And if you think about it and think back to where you first felt that feeling, it might have been in your 20s, in your earlier years, in your teens. But if you go further back, you will discover that those teachings of don't do too much, don't be too much, don't get too big, don't want too much, don't speak up, etc., came from your parents, because that is all they knew, and they taught you, the small child, this. Now that you are an adult, you can throw all of that stuff in the garbage, because it is not who you are, but you are still unconsciously living by your parents' false beliefs. That is the fear. They didn't know what was around the bend in the river, and whenever I use this term, I mean challenges. No one knows what's there, but you have to be absolutely certain. You have to be absolutely good for you, Marie. You have to set your own pace. You have to become your own authority. You have to create your own beliefs. You have to throw out the majority of what you learned growing up. You have to create your own values, because most of us adults live by the values of the adults in our lives when we were young. We are adults now, and we must become our own authority. You must become your own authority, and you have to question everything that you believe. And the minute you start asking yourself, when you hear yourself say something, or when you question, is that true? Is that really true? How do I know it's true? And that is going to take you back to the origins, or as close as you get. And that is because what happens with the brain is, once you start questioning something, the brain is going to give you It's going to find the answer for you. So you have to make very, very sure that you are asking questions that make sense and that are positive, that are high quality questions, as my coach calls it. Here's a poor question. Why does this always happen to me? Your brain is going to bring you the answer which will be negative. No, Pooja, I am not doing any readings. Thank you. Your brain is going to give you, today's Monday, Pooja, I don't do readings on Mondays. Your brain is going to bring you the answer which will be negative, and it is going to bring you more of that. A high quality question is, what needs to happen for me to accomplish X? Simple. It's not how. It's never how. How is none of our business. How, we leave that up to infinite intelligence, creator source, God, whatever name you have for it. It's never, never how. Never, never phrase a question as how. You are not in control. None of us are in control. You need a question like what? Forget about why. Why, let me say it as it just came. Why is all about self-pity. So that means you're still in victim mode. Why does this always happen to me? It means you're in victim mode. So I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, it is all about expansion, and that means that you have to decide to think clearly, take a step back or 10 steps back, become the observer of what is happening in your life, and then make a decision. You can only make a decision from where you are. Make a decision and then make one determination or set one intention on how you are going to deal with a particular situation. That is all you can do, and then you take action. That's it. There is no significance about the earrings, Marie. My earring, the other side of my earring was stolen by a man in the house here. And simply because I don't mind wearing one side. I have others. I noticed that the internet just stuck. So let me just repeat this. I have my own style. I have other earrings, but I do like this one. But I think I'm gonna change. But there's no significance, my dear. Yeah, I have a lot. And I only wear one side. But this particular one, the other side was stolen. Thank you very much. Okay, so I just needed really to share that today. Expansion, expansion, expansion. And I want you all to remember this. You are already who you were meant to be. Let me repeat that. You, beautiful soul, are already who you were meant to be. This is a fact. It's just that we listen to the shit from others. That's one. And then, especially if we grew up in a particular way and we were not supported, the crap that they said and what we understood as children stay in us. We're adults now. We can start to take them out in the light and examine it, or examine them and choose what we want to live. Expansion, 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 beautiful souls, is what it is all about. It is why you are here. Yes. And on that note, I'm gonna say ciao, Pooja. Bye, Mariti Bear. Au revoir. À demain.